Dear listeners, we are taking a short break from our regular series regarding the seven thieves of success as the entire country is going through the second wave of COVID 19. Raghu had very appropriately put up a LinkedIn post recently addressing this and also came up with some simple suggestions to attack COVID in a positive manner and together defeat the virus. So I thought I would dig a little deeper into his LinkedIn post and understand what motivated him to do it. So I'll start by asking Raghu, what inspired you to write this post, Raghu, in this post on fighting COVID one family at a time?
So, inspired by many of them, Seb, it is not one particular person or group of people. The frontline healthcare workers, doctors, the folks who are administering the vaccines, the cops who are patrolling the streets, the entrepreneurs who are constantly problem solving their way around this pandemic to keep their dream of a company afloat, the ambulance drivers. There are many, right? While we dwell on negativity, I'm inspired by how this humanity is coming forward selflessly for another human's life. I think that's a great sign. And as a cubicle chim, we should, I really thought that we should not and cannot watch the action, right? We have to be in action doing all we can do to help. Hence, I thought, let's do this.
So I'll get straight to the point. Would it be possible for you to explain the 3 points mentioned in the post to our listeners so that they have some more insight into your idea?
Sure. So I'll just take you through a small runway before that. The COVID, right, as all of us know, has caused quite a lot of confusion with many health tips, do's and don'ts. A lot of things have been circulated, right, which is leaving people very confused, which means they're very less decisive. You got what I'm saying, right?
Absolutely,
Uh,
absolutely.
yeah, so I don't know if you can relate. Of course you can relate. When I speak to people, right, there are so many versions coming from them. Some of them are saying, COVID is not deadly, vaccine is dangerous, vitamin C is important, nothing else matters. Some group of people are saying proteins are important, and worst is another set of groups, who are saying masks are not efficient anymore, right? And many of these things are getting circulated. Hence, thought of solving this problem to a layman and also use it myself, right? While COVID is not simple, all of us understand that. I clearly understand it's much more complex than these three steps. But I really believe that we can simplify our actions in a way that is very effective. By effective, what I mean is, Seb, that we should actually not have a third wave. That's the reason I wrote this post or blog. And if we do it right, if we follow these three steps, I think the third wave will not have the impact which many of us have seen in this second wave. And I really believe that it is possible.
Okay.
So you would have also heard some versions, right? There's so many things which were going around.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the stories that come out, the fears that you have, all these are like to some extent could easily have been avoided if information was coming in a very streamlined manner. So unfortunately, we live in an age of social media where people are creating content that is sometimes helpful, sometimes confusing, sometimes inflammatory, sometimes revolutionary, but in the end most people just don't know what to believe and what not to believe, and that's the saddest part, and that confusion is what is creating this sense of fear and this sense of lack of understanding in how
Correct.
to handle this virus.
Yeah. So hence, right, it is very important that we just don't keep looking at the social media and be the keyboard warriors, right? We should really actually take this COVID by its own and then solve for it. Gone are the times to just keep yourself safe from COVID, sir. Have to have at least 10x impact to expedite the entire war against COVID, right? So,
Yeah.
hence, that's a good segue to my three steps. It's very simple. Step one is choose 10 people. It could be friends, family, colleagues. Best is to choose somebody whom you really know. Uh, that's important. Choose
Okay.
10 of them.
Okay.
Yeah. The step two is collectively, have a quick meeting, say to each other or make a decision together that you will not contract COVID in the next 30 days.
Okay.
Right? So that decision itself will go, or it will play in the psychology on many levels. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and create or have an effective way of communicating with each other every day. See, again, right? When I mean some effective tools are there, like WhatsApp group, a quick 5-minute Zoom call, conference call. It could be anything, right? The idea is to just take this seriously, and each one of them can be closely connected for the sake of better communication and monitoring.
So, regarding the first step,
Yeah.
just going back to the first step, I was just wondering, does the size of the group actually matter? Like you had mentioned specifically, choose 10 people. Does it make a difference if it's a smaller or a bigger group?
See, 10 people is 10x impact, and lesser group will be lesser impact. More, it will become very tough for you to monitor. Then again, you'll be lost in a lot of information coming in, and you'll not be able to effectively monitor. Right? Hence, I came up with that number 10, which is if you create a WhatsApp group with 10 people, let's say, right? It is very easy to monitor the step 3, which I'll tell you shortly. And it will be very efficient and effective, is what I believe.
Okay. And the daily catch up that you're talking about, does it have to be done via a phone call, or just like some message can be sent every day in that group? Or
see, I would say anything that works will be okay here.
Okay.
But collectively the team has to, or the 10 people group have to decide. Let's say WhatsApp message. Let's just quickly discuss for 5 minutes. That's enough. In the 5 minutes, you can discuss things like, okay, guys, everybody has bought a sanitizer. I hope it's very simple, but it could mean that all of you are, having an hand wash, and you're wearing a mask every day, and you're also washing the mask end of the day. Right? It could be very simple things, but just 5 to 7 minutes. That's enough. And the next thing could be, okay, all of you all have enrolled for the vaccination, especially from May 1st. Everybody above the age of 18 can take, right? So those are the things that can be discussed. If somebody has a challenge to get the vaccines done, so somebody else can pitch in and help. So those are the simple things to be discussed. We should not talk a major array of things and get lost in a plethora of things being discussed. Talk to the point, which I've mentioned in step 3, and just stick to the point.
Okay, cool. Okay, understood.
Yeah, correct.
And point number 3?
Yeah, point number 3, which I've again put in the poster, is follow the simple 5 actions. These are very effective against COVID, both in short term and long term. Because I personally, even when Bangalore had 2,500 to 3,000 cases, I was traveling to a very thickly populated area. I was in Bangalore for 7 to 10 days. But I followed these protocols, the 4 protocols which I'm telling. And when I came back to Salem, and when I tested before, because I want to be a little more responsible with the kid at home, and of course there are other folks at home. I took a test before going and meeting them, and it turned out to be negative. So I was surprised, because I took the test thinking that it could be positive, but I was surprised, and then I really could connect the dots that I really took those 4 steps very seriously. That kind of had a positive impact. So these are the 4 things which we have to do in the group, Seb. Constantly check with the group, educate and reinforce these steps. One is to wash hands, wear a mask at all times when you're leaving the house, avoid stepping out unless necessary. Let's just not step out for the sake of it, at least for the next 30 days. If there is a real purpose, or if there is some business, please do it. Otherwise, if you can avoid, please avoid it. Yeah.
Okay.
And the 4th one is eat healthy. Please eat healthy, because even if you contract COVID, you can fight it. You will have the immune system. Take that good amount of rest, sleep, eat healthy, get your vitamin C, vitamin D dose. And I think then you will be in a much better, position to fight COVID in case you get it. These 4 points will prevent immediately. And the 5th point, which is getting vaccinated, will solve for the longest term. This is short term, the first 4 points, and getting vaccinated, please do that. Because study shows very conclusively only 0.03 or 4% of the people are getting contracted with COVID if you are vaccinated.
Okay.
So to give you the numbers, that is 3 in 10,000 people who are vaccinated are contracting, which is like actually a very healthy number. And even
Okay.
those who contract are not going through major complications. So it's very important. In long term, that is, you quickly within the 30 days, you have to ensure that all the 10 of them get the vaccine done. Yeah.
Is it important for the admin, or if you're the one creating the group, is it important to have some hygiene within the group as well, within the WhatsApp group as well, to prevent people from putting unnecessary forwards and diluting the effectiveness of the group?
Correct. So it should only stick to these 5 points which I mentioned in step 3.
Okay.
You should not, send forwards, create again another social media within all the social medias you have, right? Just stick to these 5 points.
Excellent. Finally, I was just wondering whether this can be done as a fun activity. COVID at the moment is like extremely depressing, and people are really in a bad frame of mind. But can these steps and this activity be done in a fun way?
I think it can be a happiness bringing activity, sir.
Okay.
The quicker the group is vaccinated, right? You can go ahead and actually move to another group, as in create a new group, right?
Okay.
And I believe it is very satisfying to see that you've directly been involved in saving lives. Ripple effects are crazy. The more this gets traction, right, the less stress it will cause on our healthcare individuals and system, which
Okay.
means even the ones who contracted COVID, right, will get much better care than what they are getting now.
Okay.
Life will get to normalcy also very quickly, which means people will not have to suffer due to lack of jobs or providing their families. So many of them are impacted by a lockdown, right?
Yeah.
So many, and they all have to get back on their feet at the earliest. So we cannot forget that aspect of COVID's impact as well. Hence, I think this will be very strong.
Great, Raghu. Thank you for sharing. Do you have any quote you would like to leave with our listeners?
There is no quote this time, sir, but see, I'll tell you, one person can impact 10 people, right? 50 can impact a small village. 50 into 10 is 500, right? 10,000 can impact a small town. 10 lakh people, if they start this, can impact a small state. 50 lakh can impact a big state.
Right.
Right. So the blog or post is effective, even if it reaches and gets 10,000 people thinking. That is 10 lakh potential COVID-free folks we're talking about. So listeners, please take this up, and I'm sure it will be a success. Rather than spending mindless hours reading, watching negative and heartbreaking news on what COVID is doing to the nation, you can actually take the bull by its horn and help save lives. It will not take more than 10 minutes of your daily time. Please try it.
Thank you, Raghu, and thank you, listeners. We hope that at least a few of you would give this a try, and do let us know how it went and how successful you have been in preventing the spread of COVID within your small group of 10 people.